This question is about electrochemistry, like topic 4, page 1 and 2. As you can see, electrolysis, the concentrated hydrochloric acid is electrolyzed. So what are the ions present? It contains H ion, it contains Cl ion, it contains H ion, and it contains OH ion. Because it is concentrated, so it contains more Cl and it contains less OH. So which ion will move? The positive ion is a hydrogen ion, so that will move towards the cathode. And the negative ion, we have two negative ions, a hydroxide ion and chloride ion. Because it's a concentrated solution, so as a result, the chlorine will move. So the first one, we just have to complete the equation, complete an ionic equation. So what will happen when two chloride ions will move towards the anode? They will form a chlorine gas and they will lose two electrons. State whether oxidation or reduction take place. What happened? Oxidation is a loss of electron. So chloride ions losing electron and turn into a chlorine molecule. So this change is oxidation. And why it is oxidation? Because it is a loss of electrons. Describe what is seen at cathode. So what we'll see at cathode, because whenever gas is given off, you can see hydrogen ions will move there. So when hydrogen ions will move there, it will form hydrogen gas. So whenever there's a gas given off, so what is the observation? The observation will be bubbles. So you'll mention what is seen at cathode. So what we'll observe at cathode, we'll observe bubbles at cathode. Write an ionic equation for reaction at cathode. So which ion is moving? The hydrogen ions are moving. The hydrogen ions are moving. When one hydrogen ion will move there, it will take one electron and form a hydrogen atom. Because hydrogen is a non-metal, exists as a molecule. So when two hydrogen ions are there, they will gain two electron and it will form a hydrogen gas. The pH of the electrolyte is measured throughout the experiment. And the pH of the electrolyte at the beginning of this experiment suggests the pH of electrolyte at the beginning. So at the beginning, what was the solution? It was a concentrated hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid is a strong acid and it is also concentrated. So what should be the pH of a strong acid? The pH of a strong acid should be 1. State how the pH changes, if at all, during the experiment. Look, during the experiment, what will happen? We have the hydrogen ion, we have chloride ion, we have hydrogen ion, and we have hydroxide ion. The hydrogen ions move towards the cathode and the chloride ion move towards anode. So as a result, what will happen? We are left with more water in the solution. It means the solution will become dilute. So when, even though we have a strong acid, but if we have a dilute strong acid, the pH will increase. So what will happen to the pH of this solution? The pH of this solution will increase. And why the pH of solution will increase? Because the amount of the water increase, or we can also say the solution changes to dilute acid. So why the solution pH is increasing? Because amount of the water is increasing, even though we have a strong acid. Like example, if you have a concentrated HCl and you have a dilute HCl. So concentrated HCl will have a pH, the pH of a concentrated acid, like example 1. But if you have a dilute HCl, what will the pH? It won't be 1 because there are more water molecules. As a result, what will happen? pH might be 3. If we add too much water, again it becomes dilute and pH will increase, but it will not rise above 7 because 7 or above is 7 is neutral and above 7 is alkaline. So it won't turn into alkaline, but the pH will increase. So that's why when we use acids in the lab, we prefer to use a dilute acid so they have a higher pH than the concentrated acids. The electrolysis is repeated using a molten lead-2 bromide. So if we are using a lead-2 bromide, a molten lead-2 bromide, so what is the observation? Like we have anode and cathode and we have a molten, so there is no water. lead ion is there, and a bromide ion. So bromine will move towards the anode and lead will move towards cathode. So towards cathode, what we'll observe when a metal is formed, so we'll mention a shiny solid. Don't mention the name that lead solid form or a lead form, just observation, what you will see. Whenever a metal is there, it will be a shiny solid. And what will we observe at anode? So because the bromine is a volatile liquid or it's a molten substance is there, temperature is high. So we'll see a brown gas. Why we are saying? Because it's a molten ionic compound, so temperature of the mixture is high. So bromine is a volatile liquid, easily convert into gas. Two properties of the graphite or a carbon which make it suitable as an electrode. Number one, to be an electrode, it should be a good conductor, conduct electricity. And the second thing, it is inert or unreactive. Because we don't want it to react with the substances which are given off at anode and cathode. So this was a 13-mark question from the topic 4, electrochemistry.